Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Let's get into the video. So what if I told you that one slide could explain an entire billion-dollar business? That's exactly what the business model canvas does. And today we are going to break down a real one for one of the most futuristic companies on the planet. An autonomous vehicle and robotaxi company backed by General Motors. In the next 5 minutes, you'll understand exactly how this company makes money, who it serves, what it does, and what keeps it running. Whether you are a student, entrepreneur, or just curious about the future of transportation, this one is for you. Let's go. Um, Actually, what powers this business? Let's start with key partners, the people and organizations this company cannot survive without. At the top is General Motors, the parent company providing manufacturing muscles and financial backing. Then there is Honda, which is both an investor and a co-development partner, meaning they are building this technology together. Beyond that, there are technology suppliers providing the AI chips, LIDAR sensors, and radar systems that make self-driving possible. And critically, city governments and regulators, because you can't put a driverless car on public roads without government approval. Now, we'll see the key activities. What does this company actually do every day? The core work is autonomous driving software development, constantly training AI and machine learning models to make the car smarter and safer. They also handle vehicle design and testing, fleet operations, data collection, and crucially, safety validation, regulatory compliance. Because in this industry, one accident can set the whole company back years. And their key resources are what do they own that others don't? The most valuable asset is their AI algorithms and proprietary uh, software. That's the secret sauce. Then the autonomous vehicle fleet itself, massive driving data sets collected over millions of miles, world-class engineering talent, and the financial backing from GM and investors. And the next one is value propositions, the heart of the canvas. Why customer choose them? Um, let's see that. This is the most important block in any business model canvas, the value proposition. This is the answer to why would anyone use this instead of something else. And honestly, this company's value proposition is compelling. Number one, safe driverless transportation. No human driver means no distracted driving, no drunk driving, no road rage. The promise is a fundamentally safer side. Number two, reduced human error leads to fewer accidents. Over 90% of road accidents are caused by human mistakes. Remove the human, remove most of the risk. Number three, lower transportation cost over time. No driver means no wages, which means cheaper rides at scale. Number four, 24 into 7 availability. A robot doesn't need sleep. It can run all night, every night. And five, eco-friendly electric vehicles. These are five autonomous and electric hitting two major trends at once, safety and sustainability. That is a powerful value proposition. It's not just a better taxi, it's a completely reimagined way to move through a city. And here is the section 3, customer relationships and channels, how they reach and keep their customers. Hmm. How they, yeah, okay. Customer relationships. How does this company interact with its users? It's primarily app-based self-service, just like Uber or Lyft. You open the app, book a ride, and the car comes to you. But there are two extra layers here. First, automated customer support, because there is no human driver to resolve issues on the spot. Second, and this is smart. Trust building through safety transparency. They actively publish safety data and reports to show the public that the technology works. And finally, partnerships with the cities to drive public adoption, working with local governments to position themselves as a smart city solution, not just private company. Um, uh, right, not just private company, but what to say? Um, Channels where and how to customer actually access this service, primarily through a mobile app for ride hailing. That's the consumer's phase of the product. Geographically, they are focused on urban deployment zones. Cities like San Francisco, where the roads are mapped, the regulation is friendlier, and the density makes the business model work. And on the B2B side, they are forming partnerships with businesses that need transport solutions. I think the corporate campuses, logistic companies, or city transit systems. And the next one is the fourth section, customer segments, cost structure, and revenue streams. Why they serve, what they spend, and how they earn. Customer segments, who's this actually built for? The primary users are urban commuters, people in cities who need daily transportation. Then teach savvy users who are comfortable with app-based autonomous services. There is also a major B2B segment business that need reliable logistics and employment transport, and significantly government and smart city projects. Municipalities looking to modernize public transportation using autonomous fleets. This is a broad target market, which is both a strength and a challenge. Okay, and cost structure. Where does the money go? The biggest cost and is R&D. AI research, robotics, and testing. This is not cheap business. Then vehicle production and maintenance, infrastructures, costs like charging stations and fleet operations, regulatory compliance, which is expensive and ongoing, and insurance and safety costs, which are enormous given the liability risk of putting autonomous vehicles on public roads. And how does it actually make the revenue streams, right? How does it actually make money? Right now, the primary stream is riding hailing fees from robotaxi services, pay per ride, just like Uber. But the vision is bigger, subscription-based mobility services for regular commuters, B2B logistics and transport contracts with the business and cities. And in the future, data monetization will occur. The driving data this company collect is incredibly valuable for city planning, insurance companies, and their automakers. That's the revenue stream still being unlocked. And the analysis, the big picture. What is this canvas tells us about the business? Yes. Now let's zoom out and look at this canvas as a whole, because there are some fascinating insights here. First, this is a classic platform business like Uber. The product is not the vehicle, it's the network and the software. The AI and the data are the real competitive moat. That's why the key resources section leads with algorithms and data sets, not just cars. Second, the cost structure is extremely heavy. R&D, hardware, regulations, insurance, these are massive ongoing costs. This means the company burns a lot of cash before profitability, which explains why GM backing and Honda investments are so critical. Without that, financial runaway. This business cannot survive long enough to scale. Third, the value proposition is genuinely disruptive. If they deliver on safety cars, I mean, safety, cost, and availability. This company doesn't just compete with taxis and Uber, it competes with the car ownership itself. Why buy a car if a safe, cheap 24/7 robot can drive you anywhere? And fourth, regulatory risk is the wild card. Every single section of this canvas depends on government permission. That's why city governments appear in key partners, regulatory compliance appears in key activities, and safety transparency appears in customer relationships. The whole model hangs on building trust with regulators. Yes, and we have come to the end. And that's the full business model canvas for an autonomous vehicle company broken down in 5 minutes. The business model canvas is one of the most powerful tools in business strategies. In just 9 blogs, it shows you everything about how a company creates, delivers, and captures value. If you found this useful, give this video a thumbs up. It helps more people find this content. And tell me in the comments, do you think autonomous vehicles will replace traditional taxis and car ownership in your lifetime? I would love to know what you think. Subscribe to the channel for more business breakdowns, strategy, and frameworks and real world case studies like this one. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.